CEOs, what up, what up? So it is another auto dealer talk for Wednesday. If you're watching this right now, then type replay, because then that gives me an idea of when you're watching and also who's watching. So definitely let me know who you are. I've had a lot of new people find the group and join the group from me speaking at the NADA conference last week, the week before. And so I just want to introduce myself. Good morning, Sean. What's up? I'm Shamel, and I started the Auto Dealer Business School and this group because I wanted to provide small dealers with the resources they need to grow into big dealers or big dealerships, right? I want to help you survive this period of really a lot of uncertainty for small dealers. Small business in general is challenging, right? But with the right resources, then you can survive and grow and establish all the things you want for yourself and your family, okay? Financial stability, et cetera, et cetera. So today I'm going to be talking about floor plans because I am concerned. I talk to a lot of people and floor plans are kicking their butt. Floor plans kick my butt. I did not have a good time when I first started using floor plans. It didn't work out well. So I want to tell you what went wrong, you know, what a floor plan is, and just go through everything you need to know about floor plans, because I understand why you are opting for floor plans. You know, you're like, okay, if I need to sell more cars, then that means I need to get more cars. And so if I don't have the cash, then I can definitely get the money with the floor plan. What's up, Raymond? What's up, Raymond? So I get why you are thinking about, you know, the floor plan is the answer, but the floor plan is not necessarily the answer. That's not the complete answer. So what is a floor plan? It's like a line of credit strictly to buy cars for your lot, okay? Floor meaning like retail showroom floor plan, okay? That's why it's named that way. It is exclusively for buying inventory for your dealership, for your lot, for your car sales business. It makes it very easy to purchase from the auction, my goodness. Right? So that's why you might want to consider having a floor plan, because the checkout process is so simple. Not only that, it allows you to get inventory even if you don't have the cash on hand, right? So if you can get the inventory in your mind, I know you're thinking, well, if I can get the inventory, I can sell the inventory. How to best use a floor plan, though, is to make sure your business has the other things it needs to sell the inventory, okay? So where floor plans go wrong is this. How they work is they give you the money, they give you a certain amount of time that's like free of interest, right? And in that amount of time, you are to sell that car, pay that floor plan for what they gave you for that car, and then, go about your way, maybe buy some more cars or whatever. But what happens, the problems come in after you buy that car, because a lot of people are buying the wrong car on floor plan, and they also don't have their conversion process tight enough. So then those cars are sitting on that floor plan for way too long. The interest becomes due. It's like $1,200. I mean, just for example, right? It depends on how much the car is, how much you have on the floor plan, et cetera, et cetera. Now you're like, what? I didn't even sell the car. I haven't made any money. This is digging into my profits for the car. Like, all these other things happen. That is the problem with floor plans. You cannot use a floor plan if you do not have your conversion process tight. And if you haven't heard me say conversion process before, that is your process from when you buy your vehicles to when they are sold. Like, you have to have that whole situation tight. Buying, transporting, reconditioning, marketing, selling. You got to have all of that tight, like within a couple of days, okay? most people get floor plans and they buy. Are there any questions? Because I do feel like I'm lecturing. I don't necessarily want to lecture, but I do want to put the energy behind my voice so that you understand that this is a big problem for small dealers. Like, it is the thing that's hurting small dealers possibly the most, okay, is how they are using floor plans, okay? So what was I about to say about conversion process? Any questions? Good morning, Ray. What's up? Any questions? Any questions about floor plans? What was I about to say about floor plans? Oh, that's what I was about to say. So a lot of people, okay, I know you get into this business and you're like, I'm going to sell cash cars. Then you start looking at the cash cars, and then you're like, these don't represent who I am, right? Because they are the most used, most loved, I say most loved cars. Like, they sometimes are in really bad shape, right? And so then you think, well, let me sell something more expensive, right? Something nicer. The problem is selling something nicer requires having your finance department in place. Hey, good morning, Eric. What's up? Selling something nicer requires having your finance department in place. Yes, as a small dealer, you still need a finance department, which consists of relationships with third-party lenders, as well as in-house financing, if that's your thing, if that's what you want to explore, okay? So if you do not have third-party lenders in place and you have this more expensive car that no one has cash for, sitting on your floor plan, accruing interest, when the interest is due, you have now lost some of your profit from this sale. And now, if not all of the profit, right? Because the interest becomes due. It's not just due on one time and then you're done. It's due the first time, and then if you haven't sold it by the next date, it's due again. And then if you haven't sold it by the next date, it's due again, okay? That is the trick of floor plans. I don't want to say trick because they're not in the business to trick you. That's just how it's set up. That's how they set it up to, make a return on their investment, right? So that's where people are getting stuck. They're buying these more expensive cars on floor plans, and they don't have a tight conversion process. They don't have a finance department, systems in place. I was going to say systems in place because it really is systems. Okay, it's your finance system in place. They don't have their finance system in place to make it easier for their customer to buy that car, right? Floor plan interest becomes due. They either don't have the money, or if they do have the money, that money was meant for something else in the business, or now that car is bringing less profit. And then that goes on and on and on until you stop that cycle. Okay. And the way you stop that cycle is by getting your business system straight, which is in this case, your finance system, and then also getting your conversion system tight. Okay. Within a few days. All right. So any questions about floor plans? I just want to make sure I give you all the information necessary to either make a decision about going forward with the floor plan or not. Okay. All right. So I had to write a couple of things to make sure I talk to you about. Okay. So our alternatives to floor plans are lines of credit. Okay. A line of credit doesn't make it as easy to buy cars as a floor plan, because, you have to make sure you turn the credit into, something you can use at the auction. I haven't used a line of credit at the auction before. Okay. So let me just say that I haven't used an external line of credit at the auction before. So it will take you figuring out how to get that credit liquid so you can pay the auction. Okay. Which I'm sure is an easy process. Other alternatives to floor plans are, just loans that will give you cash in operating capital for your business, right? I have to mention that right now, The PPP loan process has changed to be favorable for smaller businesses. So people or businesses who have 20 or less employees are having an exclusive period of funding right now. And they are also allowing what they're calling solo entrepreneurs. So if you just have some contractors, right? Like I know a lot of people start out with just themselves, and then they have their mechanic and, just people that they contract to complete certain parts of the process and the business for them. Now you all are allowed to apply for the PPP loan. And I know how it is. Anything having to do with the SBA is like, why bother? The application is like 50 miles long, right? But they have changed that for this PPP loan process. The application is very short and very simple. Very short and very simple. So if you are looking for alternatives to a floor plan, if you are trying to solve the problem of having more inventory to sell right now, as we gear up for a late tax season, then the PPP loan may be a good bet for you. So if you need any more help with the PPP loan, you can go to the SBA. Also, they have like a SBA PPP loan lender match system going on. So you put in like a few details, they'll send you a couple of companies who will originate your loan for you. Okay. So definitely apply for the PPP loan. Even if you have all the funds you need, apply for the PPP loan, because those could be it's very low interest money. So it's very cheap money to grow your business. All right. So that's my like after school special note. So about the PPP loan, but I had to tell you about the PPP loan because it's just really revolutionary how easy it is to get those funds right now. So if you need some assistance with that, then hit me up in the comments. I'll assist you as much as I can. I am not a lending expert, but I do have some experience with the PPP loan that I can pass on. I think next week I might talk about different kind of loans or PPP loans. I would like Auto Dealer Business School to be a solid resource for funding as well. Okay, so that you can get some funding, some capital to grow your business. So, any questions about floor plans? Have I answered all your questions about floor plans? I didn't make any coffee this morning. Any questions about floor plans? Any questions? Anybody's used floor plans? Do you have some advice for others? Do you feel my advice was helpful today on floor plans? What do you feel about floor plans moving forward? Do you feel like, yeah, floor plans, that's for me, that's the way to go? Or floor plans, I might, wait a little bit or try to figure something else out. So let me know in the comments what your questions are about floor plans. I do want to mention this. Okay, I got a question. Did you apply to the PPP loan through your bank or SBA website? I actually went to the lender match service that they have on the SBA site, and they sent me an email with, I think, 2 lenders who would originate my loan. I contacted them both. One got back with me, and I'm currently in the process for the PPP loan, Eric. Which company has the best floor plan, you think? Good question, Ray. I didn't even put that down, but that's a good question. So when I first started, I went with NextGear. And in my opinion, I guess they were all right. It was my only experience with the not a PPP loan, see. It was my only experience with the floor plan. The dealers that I work with in the Auto Dealer Basics program have said that AFC is approving smaller dealerships for floor plans. So A, like Apple, F, like Frank or financial, C, like company, corp. And I guess that's probably what they stand for. I want to say it's Allied Financial Corporation or something like that, but AFC, okay, they're working with smaller dealers, okay. Does that help, Ray? And I would have to say I don't really know who has the best floor plan, because they all charge interest. They all kind of work the same. They're all trying to be competitive with each other. So they have about or around the same terms for their floor plan. So I don't really know who's the best. Next Gear was pretty easy to work with. But AFC is approving floor plans for smaller dealerships. Raymond, can the PPP loan be used for a startup, or do you have to be established already? So that's something I don't know, because I already am in business, and I don't know anybody who is a startup who's applied, but that is something I don't know. But it does not hurt to go through the process. Go to the SBA website, get a lender match, fill out the loan application, see what they ask you for. Because right now they understand that small businesses are very important to our economy. So they are doing a lot to support small businesses. So do try, okay? And then let me know if it worked for you, so I can tell others that yes, startups can get capital through the PPP loan. All right. With these new rules, I know before startups could not, but there's new rules for just a 2-week period. So this is like something to act on really quickly. And these new rules allow smaller businesses to do, to be approved. So definitely try. Okay. Yes, I'll check them out. I heard of them. I've been using NextGear for the past 2 years. It allowed me to grow from a wholesale dealer to a retail dealer. I promote floor plans. I feel it's all about management and timing, like you said. Yes, it is all about management and timing. It is not free money. It is like loan shark money. Okay, so like you have to make that deadline to pay them, like a really serious deadline. Okay. And then the other thing is, the floor plan holds on to the titles until you pay them, right? If you know you have a sale coming up and you have the funds in your business to pay off that car, pay that car off so you lower the interest that you owe. Okay, so pay that car off even before the interest is due, because the sooner you pay it off, the less interest you owe. Okay, so you definitely have to manage it. You have to manage it and manage it well. Like you need to use it as a, just a very temporary solution to, I guess, manage your money for your business. Okay. So any other questions? These are good questions. Any other questions about floor plans or about any kind of loans, lending? Well, PPP loan is really all I can speak on right now. But pretty soon I am going to bring more resources to the Auto Dealer Business School for capital, for startup, and for existing dealers. I am working out, what would be the best way to go about that. Because yes, capital does make a difference. All right, y'all. So if you have any more questions that come up, do put them in the comments. I did mention that you should not really, I don't know if I said should not, because I don't really like saying should, but I think I should say should not use a floor plan unless you have your conversion process tight. Like you have to buy the right cars, you have to recondition them, with the right budget and in the right time frame, and you have to sell them quickly online. If you need assistance with that conversion process, that is part of the first month of the Auto Dealer Basics program, where I go through, I call it Pimp Your Product, because, every business has a product. Our product is cars. So in part of pimping your product is getting all that tight, like from the time you acquire your vehicles to the time it's sold. You got to get all of that tight, erase all the insecurity out of that process, because every day that you have your car is not sold costs you money, and it's more money if it's on a floor plan. Okay, so if you need help with that, then definitely check out Auto Dealer Basics. You can schedule a strategy session with me if you want to talk more about what's Auto Dealer Basics, how can it help me, is this the plan for me? I'll put the link to the strategy session in the video, okay? But definitely do get help tightening up that process, and Auto Dealer Basics will do that for you, all right? So any other questions? Any other questions? Well, if not, for now, then I will definitely check on this video, answer your questions, because I feel floor plans are really, really important. It puts dealers out of business. Mismanagement of floor plans put dealers out of business. So I definitely feel that this is important. I will be on top of any questions you ask about floor plans and how to use them, and then how to pull your business together so that you can manage the floor plan better. All right. All right, CEOs, I'm always praying for your success. Okay. I am happy to be here, and more I feel that this is needed. So let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to working with you. If not, seeing you around next week. All right, y'all. Bye.